Good evening, everyone, and happy Friday. I'm McKenna Nobles. Thanks for joining me for Wiregrass Daily News at 6. We have a bunch of stories to get into today, so let's go ahead and start. A fishing trip in Coffee County ended in tragedy when a boat overturned, leaving one man dead and another rescued. Sheriff Scott Bird confirmed that 21-year-old Byron Jakey Burks and another man were fishing in a pond off of Highway 84 in New Brockton when their boat capsized around 5 o'clock p.m. One managed to cling to the overturned boat and was later rescued, while Burks drowned. Two firefighters entered the freezing water to save the survivor, who was brought to shore and transported to the hospital. Burks' body was recovered after 8 o'clock p.m., according to Coffee County Coroner Arnold Woodham. In Dothan, authorities are searching for 22-year-old Contrell Kendarius Glassglow, who's wanted for attempted assault and shooting into an unoccupied building on Tuskegee Avenue in Dothan. Police say Glassglow exchanged gunfire with another suspect on February 18th before fleeing in a black passenger car. While other suspects are involved, Glassglow remains at large. Glassglow is known to travel to Montgomery and Birmingham, and anyone with information is urged to contact the Dothan Police Department or Crime Stoppers. Anonymous tips may be eligible for a cash reward. Going down to the Panhandle now, where Panama City police are searching for 48-year-old Terrence Goodman, who's wanted for an armed robbery at Krispy Kreme on West 23rd Street around 3:45 a.m. Monday. He held an employee at gunpoint before fleeing with the cash. Goodman, a fugitive since escaping a Talladega work camp in 2023, has prior convictions of murder, narcotics, and burglary. He is considered armed and dangerous. Authorities are offering $4,000 in reward money for information that's leading to his arrest. Anyone with any tips should contact the Panama City Police Department or Crime Stoppers. Today's interview story was with a very special lady who just got back from a very special trip. She's also in the Army and stationed at Fort Novosel. Let's take a look.
My name is Lieutenant Colonel Teresa Long. My views are my own, and they do not reflect that of the United States Army, the DoD, or any entity thereof. I am an aerospace and occupational medicine specialist. I hold a master's in public health, and I've spent the last 30 years in the Army. I've served both in the enlisted and the officer ranks, and I'm currently the 1st Aviation Brigade surgeon responsible for the health of the pilots in training at Fort Novosel.
So I was about to say you work at Fort Novosel.
Yes.
Now you just got back from a pretty big trip and you're holding a few things that you were given while you were there. Do you want to go into a few details about that?
Yeah, so it was pretty amazing. I was selected across the Army as the person who most exemplified courage, was the highest ranking officer to stand up to the unethical, illegal, and unlawful vaccine mandate that was imposed upon the military, and was selected by America's Future, headed by General Flynn, and invited down to Mar-a-Lago, where the president spoke, and we were given our awards, and it was just an amazing opportunity to see people I've worked with actually for the last 4 years, but I've never gotten to meet in person.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was Lieutenant Commander Rob Green, and he was the author of this book.
Let me see. What is it? The Defending the Constitution Behind Enemy Lines. And if you can't get a super close shot, but this is it right here.
So Lieutenant Commander Rob Green is still on active duty. And he documents in this book the struggle we went through to uphold the Constitution, because a lot of people were unaware that it is actually against federal law to force military service members to participate in a medical experiment. And the COVID vaccines were under emergency use authorization. So the only way you can lawfully force a service member to take an EUA product is for the President of the United States to grant a waiver waiving their informed consent. And that was never done.
Oh.
So in essence, the Secretary of Defense ordered that every service member receive an FDA-approved vaccine, and that is lawful. You can order people to receive an approved drug. However, Pfizer never produced an FDA approved drug. They're legally distinct.
And of course, as always, that will be uploaded onto our Facebook in a little bit, and it's already on our website and YouTube. And I just want to say what she did took so much courage. Her story was truly inspiring. And I just want to give you a heads up. This little interview is a longer. It's about 40 minutes, so about like a podcast, but it really is worth sitting through and listening to it just because her story and what she did took so much. She risked so much to do what she believed was right and abided by her own morals, which is not easy to do. Getting into an event that is coming up, Dothan Leisure Services is hosting a unique twist on Easter this year with The Hunt. Now, The Hunt is an adult Easter egg hunt that happens on Saturday, April 5th at the Westgate Tennis Complex. This 21 plus event runs from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and features music, food, drinks, and games. The egg hunt begins at 8 p.m. with plastic eggs containing high dollar prizes. Now, there are tickets for this event if you want to go. Tickets are $30 for pre-sale, $40 for general admission, and $60 for pre-sale, and $80 for VIP. So again, there are some different options when it comes to ticketing. And all the proceeds will go to the Wiregrass Museum of Arts. They can continue holding their classes and programs for the community. This event, actually the one I'm talking about next, is happening this weekend. The Cookies with Characters event, hosted by Meredith Miracles, will take place this weekend in Andalusia. Now in its 19th year, the fundraiser will be held at 20096 Kiwanis Drive, and it will feature live character performances, meet and greets, fair rides, inflatables, and snacks. Proceeds benefit Meredith Miracles, which helps families cover travel expenses for children needing specialized medical care. Last year alone, this event raised over $110,000, assisting more than 1,400 medical trips. If you are interested in going to this event, it's basically going to be like a mini peanut festival. You can go to their website, that's meredithmiracles.org. And of course, all the proceeds are going to an amazing cause. I've actually spoke with members of Meredith Miracles. They came in a little bit ago to do an interview with me when they first started getting ready for this event. And I can just say, I know all this money is going to people who really care about the cause and are just working to make the community a better place. Now, before we wrap things up this Friday, let's take a look at the weather. Tonight, you're going to expect a few passing clouds with temperatures dropping down to about 31. So things are not going to be much different from last night, other than it is going to be a few degrees warmer, still below freezing, but not too far. And it was another sunny day, very cold, but pleasant. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend, and I appreciate you joining me today for Wiregrass Daily News at 6. Have a great night.